Hi guys, how are you? I have another Scottish themed video for you. We're racking up on the Scottish stuff lately. Oh, because I'm going to Edinburgh and because it's such a popular destination for hen do's, I thought I would prepare those of you who are making that wee venture by teaching you some Scottish slang. Now, slang by its very definition is basically a colloquial form of language, so it's very informal, it's more spoken rather than written, because I think if you were trying to write some of these things, the spellings you would get would just be so interesting. But because it's more speech, it really is one of those things that just kind of comes out. You don't even really think about it sometimes when you use slang. So chances are, if people are speaking to you and they realise you're not from Scotland, they won't register and think, oh, I can't say certain things because they won't know what I mean. So this will hopefully help translate a little bit. The first Scottish slang word I'm going to talk about is blather. I love the word blather. It's just such a, I remember, like, my gran says this a lot, so it's just such a nice word for me to hear. Blather essentially means chat or like talk. So if someone was sitting having a chat with someone over a coffee, you would say, oh, you're having a coffee and a blather. It's just such a nice word, I love it. I don't use it a lot myself, but I just like hearing it. It's one of those ones that I just like. Second slang word is braw. Braw isn't as common in the area in which I stay. I am in the middle of Glasgow and Edinburgh. I'm in Lanarkshire, and it's not that common here. If you were heading more towards Fife, then you'd hear people say, oh, it's off a braw, and what they mean is it's really nice. Braw can mean nice, pretty, beautiful. So if you've been done up for a night out and someone says, oh, you're looking braw, it means you're looking nice. You look like a 12 out of 10, get yourself out there. The third word is probably the most essential word that I learned growing up as I started to go out, and that is scran. The word scran means food, and the reason I learned it when I was growing up and going out is because after you've been out for a couple of drinks, what do you want when you come in? You want a scran. You can also say scranning, like if someone's eating really quickly you can say, oh, you're scranning away, that kind of thing. Scran's just a great word. I love me some scran. The next slang phrase is very appropriate for myself, and that is peely wally. Peely wally essentially means pale. If someone is not very well, you would say, oh, you're looking a wee bit peely wally. But people tend to say that to me, you know, like frequently, because I am very pale. I'm very fair skinned, so people will say, you're a wee bit peely wally, and I'm like, nah, that's just my skin tone. They don't mean it in an offensive way, it's just a common way to say. I don't know why we just don't say the word pale. I don't know why we say two words instead of one. Just sounds better, I guess. This next one isn't technically like a slang term or phrase, but it kind of is, because you don't really see this thing being referred to as this anywhere else, and that is fizzy juice. What the Americans call soda, we call fizzy juice. Like in Scotland, if you were to order a lemonade, you would get like 7-Up or Sprite, but in America, if you were to order lemonade, you would get like lemonade made from actual lemons, which, you know, to be honest, I like more, but that's not the point. It's just if you're out somewhere and someone asks, do you want any drinks or fizzy juice? You'll know what they're talking about. It's almost like a description just to make you completely aware of what you're getting. This is fizzy and it's juice. Next word, very simple, it's mocket. Mocket essentially means dirty. Another word that you could use for mocket is boggin, but I prefer mocket more. If you go for a wee walk in Scotland, you might find afterwards that your shoes are mocket. And the reason for that might be because of the next word. My next word is one of my faves, and that is dreeket. I tend not to say it rolling my R's, but some other people who say it might pronounce it dreeket. I say dreeket rather than dreeket. It sounds the same, but it's different. Means the same thing though. What I take dreeket to mean is rainy, wet, damp, bleh weather. Basically Scottish weather on a daily basis. Apparently not today though, the sunshine is out. Hello there! So yeah, it was dreeket, you went for a walk, you came back and your shoes are mocket. Oh, this next one is actually probably the most used, or at least one of the most used words in Scottish slang or in Scotland in general, and that's wee. Wee essentially means little, but then a lot of the times it doesn't mean little at all. If I was to say, this is my wee brother, I don't have a wee brother, but if I was to say, this is my wee brother, I would mean little brother, like younger brother. But if I was to say, we're getting a wee Chinese, in actual fact, we're not getting a wee Chinese at all. We're gonna order everything off the menu and it's a very large Chinese, but I'll still say a wee Chinese. It's like if someone says, I'm just gonna have a wee glass of wine, you're not having a wee glass of wine, love, you're gonna have 2 bottles. Sometimes it means the literal thing, sometimes it doesn't. just go with it, I guess. Love a wee wee. Would you look at that? I'm speaking French. Bonjour. My next word is another one of my favourites, just purely because it's one of those ones that I think just make me laugh, and that is the word dour. The word dour is commonly used to describe someone's face. Like, if someone looks dour-faced, they kind of look moody. It's just such a good description. Like, if someone says dour face to me, I can literally picture what this person's face looked like, even if I don't even see it. It's such a good word, and as soon as someone says dour or dour face, I just get a wee chuckle because I can just picture this really grumpy person like. This one isn't one that I commonly use, and it may not be one of my favourites, but it's the word boke. To boke is essentially like gagging almost. Like you're trying to stop yourself from being sick. It sounds disgusting, but it's such a weird word. Like, it's used not in the context of actually being sick. It's just used like if something really disgusts you, you would say, oh, that gives me the boke. Like, that gives me the boke, it makes me want to So you're not actually gonna be sick, but you just don't like it. Like, see that really greasy smell you get when you walk past a chippy? That gives me the boke. I hate it. So if you get into someone's car and they've recently had a chippy in their car and I can smell it, I'll be like, oh, that gives me the boke. Whenever I use it, I tend to use it in a jokey context. Like, I never actually say it when I think I'm going to be sick. It doesn't come to mind to say that when you're gonna be sick. Like, if I'm gonna be sarcastic with someone and they've done their makeup really nice for going out and they'll say, oh, what do you think? I'll be like, gives me the boke. But it doesn't make me want to boke at all, if you know what I mean. It's just a really funny word that you can have a laugh with. Speaking of Scottish words that you can have a laugh with, this next one is idiot. Idiot is essentially an idiot. It's as simple as that. It's not meant in a serious way, it's meant in quite a jokey way. So if someone's just messing about and being a bit, you know, silly, you'd say you're being an idiot, but you don't actually mean you're an idiot. It's just a fun, all in good fun. Oh, this is one of my favourite words ever. My next word is peace. I find myself not using this word as much as I would like to, but I just tend not to think about it as much, but it's one of my favourite words. A piece is essentially a sandwich. So you can have like a piece in jam, or a piece in ham, or a piece in cheese. You know the song, oh you can't fling your pieces out a 20-story flat? It reminds me of that song, and it just makes me, like, it just makes me laugh. When my dad's going off to his work, when he leaves to go out the door in the morning, I always say, have you got your pieces? So if you go into a small, like, cafe in Scotland and you see it written on a chalkboard menu above the counter, like, pieces, or a piece, and then it'll say different fillings below, it means a sandwich. I've only ever been in one place where it's actually said that, so it's maybe not as common now, but just in case you see it now, you know what it means. Every day's a school day. Another simple translation is greet, and greet essentially means to cry. So if you're sitting watching The Lion King and Mufasa's just died, you might have a wee greet. Or if you see someone else watching The Lion King and Mufasa's just died, you would ask them, oh, are you greeting? So it just means cry, like to cry or crying. This next word is actually what I was called quite a lot when I was younger, and that's crabbit. Crabbit means someone that's quite moany. Like someone that just like not really complains, but just nitpicks at everything. When I was younger, I was often told that I was being crabbit. I still maintain that I was not, but each to their own. So if someone's woken up on your hen do and they've got a wee bit of a hangover and they're just not loving life that day, you can just be like, you wee bit crabbit. And we're finishing off my list with one again that is very, very simple, and that is the word nut. Now you might be looking at that thinking, what could you possibly mean by that? In Scottish slang terms, the word nut often translates to head. It's kind of like the word napper. A common way that people tend to use it is if something really annoys them or really gets on their nerves, they'll say, oh, that does my nut in, like that does my head in. Or if something's really loud, like music's playing really loud, you can say, turn that down, it's doing my nut in. It's one of those ones that I don't think I use a lot. I probably do, but I just don't register it because it just comes out and I just don't think about it afterwards. So there you go. And that is my list. That's my 15 common Scottish slang words that you might hear as you're kicking about Scotland, but the only difference now is at least you'll know what they mean. As I said, there are many, many more. I could never cover all the Scottish slang terms because they do vary a lot from place to place. There'll be ones that are really commonly used in Edinburgh, but then never heard in Glasgow, and vice versa. Even just town to town it changes. Some of the things that they'll say in Lanark can be very different to some of the things they say in Carluke, and they're like a pebble throw from each other. But I hope these ones can help you. I also hope that you enjoyed this video. Did you see that segue? I'm so smooth. As always, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Leave us your favourite Scottish slang word in the comments, and I'll see you very soon. Bye!